So I understand you want to make a comment about the developments with OPPT and the organization calling itself UN Swissindo?
Yes. I saw last night that, or I heard even, that everything's done. That they have the provost marshals ready to come and kick the doors down and pick people up and detain them and so on. But you know, I also listened to the conversation that they had for 40 minutes between Brian Kelly and someone else named Bob. And you know, on occasions it sounds like they're really down-to-earth people and the kind of guy you can go with to a baseball game. But when you go a little further and you listen to the entire conversation, what you find is that they're not only going after the government, they're taking the people out as well. That's what's happening. Those documents that you're signing, they actually want your soul. I mean, I think it's insane and I think it's absurd, but the bottom line is that these so-called good people, which even I, on occasion, last night had to believe they're good people, they're insane. They're absolutely crazy to think that they can get away with doing what they're doing, but they did say that they've been deceiving people from the very beginning. But now they don't have to anymore because they're at the end of the game, and because they're at the end of the game, they can just lay it out there now and let you know, hell, the devil's waiting for you. For you, your kids, and everyone else. I don't think you want that, okay? I don't think you're going to get it. Now this is for the OPPT people. They filed military orders with the UCC, and you probably did it well enough for it to work. If you had money. You don't have any. Swissindo. You know, before you file something, you do your homework. You're getting in everybody's way who is actually doing real work, like us. Okay? You just take anything that comes along, you throw it into your package, and you say, we've got it, this Swissindo group. Well, they're the largest con operation in Asia probably for the last 20, 25 years. Okay? That document says they're part of the New World Order, and whites, the Swiss, the spiritual white boy, and all that other stuff. Are you insane? Spiritual white boy's never had anything. And when he was spoken to last night, he didn't know anything about you people either. And he said he's not involved. How's that? You know, your spiritual white boy is a spiritual white boy. He's gone. On the other hand, you got the Swissindo group, right? Mr. Antono. Forget the other one, what's his name? Aprianto. Forget Aprianto. Mr. Antono. Mr. Antono offered me gold months ago, 200,000 metric tons, through someone's father. And let me tell you, that was a joke then, it's a joke now. You don't do your homework, you don't know your people, you don't know the players. You're just out there ranting and raving. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. That document that you filed, that military document, well, I'm going to tell you now that you better get running. You better get your sneakers on. And I'm not trying to be a bastard, because I actually like them. I saw some real people there last night, and then I saw the bullshit. You know, the fake financial codes in your document. Okay, Mr. Antono has nothing to do with them. The spiritual white boy has nothing to do with those documents. Okay, those financial documents that you're using do in order to get the provost marshals or the military generals to move, well, belongs to the Empress. And she's laughing very hard at you right now. I want you to know. I'm not laughing because I saw some humanity there last night, and then I heard the sickness. You know? Sorry. You know, but then again, I'm not sorry because you've been trying to fool the people long enough. You don't have any money. You know, if you had money, it'd be a shame because you'd be trying to procure all everyone's soul. But, you know, I'm not giving them my soul. Put my foot up your ass first.
So you're talking about the courtesy notices?
The courtesy notices, exactly. People know where you are. Be careful. Okay, you're playing with people's lives here. So is, what's her name, Heather in Morocco. Everything we're talking about belongs to the Empress. Doesn't belong to any Swissindo group who was never a holder or elder. And they're not part of any royal family. I don't have a lot to say right now. You know, spiritual white boy, Anthony Martin, doesn't know you, doesn't have anything to do with you. Swissindo is one of the largest, it still is one of the largest con operations in Indonesia. Everybody in Indonesia knows them. We all know them. I just needed to talk to a few more people before I came out. I had to make sure of a few things. Now I'm sure. You made mistakes. Now I don't know what's going to happen, but I would think that the military will come and get you. So, I don't know what to say, you're all in trouble. We said it already once, I think, when we sent the documents out to the various departments. I think we said it. And I didn't know that Brian would be the kind of guy that you could take to a baseball game. I said I heard that he could be, or basketball or football. You guys get caught in a mess of your own making. You know, I think you could have gone and tried to legally attack the government like everybody is doing anyway, possibly. But when you went after the people, it's a little too much. It's a little too much to try to steal everything that the people have, and then tell them you're good. You're not going to pay this, you're not going to pay that. They've already paid the ultimate price. They've given you their DNA, they've given you their blood, they've given you their children. What more could you ask for? And how long would you keep giving to them before you started demanding? You sound like the European Union to me. And we're going to be taking them out too. You made a mess for yourselves. You shouldn't have done it. You made a mess. And all your financing, and I mean, you're all smiling thinking you had something from Swissindo. Let me tell you something. Swissindo has never given anybody anything. They've been trying to make $1 for the last 20 years using the notes, using the codes, everyone's codes. Let me tell you, everyone here, the legal people, the real elders, the good people, okay, and I mean good, they're good people. They've been trying to even put things in the programs for a long time. No go. They're not the depositors. You say you don't need depositors? You don't have any money if you don't have a depositor. They're not allowed to do it. They don't have all the financial codes even. Only maybe half of them. Like you have right now. Half. So, you know, I hate to be the one to break your heart, but I'm glad I'm saving a lot of other hearts. And wish you well no matter what. I don't think the people are going to take it too kindly when they find out what you tried to do to them. But that's not my business. My business is just to stop this nonsense and this charade that you've created with a bunch of people. Okay? That's all. So, I wish you well. I wish the people better. And we're going to go back and finish up what we have to do. And we'll see. We'll see what happens to you. You know? I think they'll be coming for you. You can't file false codes. You know, I mean, the law doesn't state that you can file false codes, fake financial codes, or military orders. You have to pay for them. You pay for them with fake financial codes. How do you do that? I mean, I'm going crazy thinking that you're this stupid when I just heard an intelligent conversation last night. You're talking to the wrong doofus, that's all.
So do you feel like some of these people are dupes and some of them may actually be with the cabal, or there's people in over their head?
Look, Mike, you've got the people in over their head who really believe that they're going to help the people because they're not wise, okay? And you've got those who are at the upper level, most likely, like in most cases, including even the feds, the New World Order, the cabal, okay, who know exactly what they're doing. And when you get to the top of the OPPT, or whatever they want to call themselves nowadays, what you've got to realize is this. They're acquiring all these signatures. Now, if they're going to get those signatures, which guarantees them the rights to someone's soul, someone's blood, someone's DNA, their children, their homes, their bank accounts, and everything else, okay? If you look at it one way, you've got, okay, they're doing it for themselves, and if that's the case, they're horrible people.
Well, who drew up those documents? Cabal documents?
It doesn't matter if the cabal or anybody drew them up, okay? There's only two ways to look at it. The first way is, if they did it, if they've got people signing these for themselves, then they're horrible people. Okay, they should go away for a long time. And if they didn't do it for themselves, then who are they doing it for? Now we're talking the cabal. And if they did it for the cabal, which is, it's a similar situation to the birth certificates that you know, when our mothers sign or when we're children or newborns, they actually sign over our lives to the City of London. You know, they actually use these birth certificates to generate capital and for trades and everything else. This is similar. And if they're turning it over to them, then that means they're cabal. That means they're even just as horrible as the first point, but they're cabal too. So the cabal could be involved, and I would bet you they are somehow, because Heather has been involved with the Rothschilds for a while, apparently. Mm-hmm. You know, which not many people know. So, like, it's damned if you're doing it, then pick your poison. I mean, you want the OPPT to run your children's lives and run your life and decide what you're going to do. How about the re-education process, where they're going to decide what you can learn in a 6-week program? That's Stalinism.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's sick. That's sick. And they're going to do it their way. We're going to live their way. I don't know how they're going to live their way with my foot up their ass. But, you know, I mean...
That can be very uncomfortable.
It's going to be very uncomfortable, as it is. But like I said, you listen to them, and they sound normal. They even sound kind, you know, on occasions. But when you look at the overall package and put the right light on it, they're either going to control this thing themselves, or they're going to turn it over to cabal. Either way, they've got you. They've got you, not me. I'm not signing crap. Okay, I'm trying to help you get out of the mess you got yourself in. I'm trying to get the other things straightened out so we can help you get out of that mess that we've all created. Our fathers and mothers and everyone else. I'm working my ass off, and now you're creating more messes with your stupidity. Give us a break, please. We're tired. I am tired, very tired. Now we've got to deal with this nonsense. We've got this, we've got that, we've got the UCC. You've got nothing you don't got. You don't have any money. And you screwed yourself up on top of it also. Yeah. And I can't believe you guys fell for Swissindo. Oh, man. Oh, God. I knew the name Hatono was so familiar to me. He offered me the 200,000 metric tons of gold. And it was a joke. He's the one that tried to get Eddie Sino